Welcome to a chest-oriented upper day, an upper chest-oriented upper day. And yeah, I thought I'd finally, make a video kind of talking through what I'm doing and just, really going into depth on my methodologies and all that fun stuff. Because I've had people on my other socials like ask about it, but that video would be 10 minutes, so it's why, why not put my dialogue over something that's gonna be like over 10 minutes, And yeah, starting off our, upper chest oriented little upper day, we have, of course, an upper chest movement that I find to be pretty darn good for myself. Just, an upper chest kind of press motion of sorts. I mean, you could replicate this with a Smith machine, a barbell, whatever suits your fancy. I'm just a sucker for machines, so I'll always gotta go for something like this. And along with that, I try to keep these pressing movements to like, 2 sets per day kind of deal. And every now and then you might catch me with 3 if the equipment in the gym I'm at may not be suitable for my other things. Because the big exercises that I have focusing on the upper chest in this day is going to be a fly type movement and then a pressing type movement, because I mean, to be honest, those are really the only 2 types of movements you can really do to work that upper chest. So why not put all your effort into a solid 4 sets and get the maximum amount of growth with minimal fatigue and stuff. But with that little intro out of the way, probably going to be like little bits of me like, queuing in, but a majority of this is just going to have some like background music behind it, while I kind of riggedy wreck myself, kind of going ham on these weights. So, enjoy. And we're back. One thing I really did want to talk about is like I've started kind of like journaling my lifts more or less, just kind of like recording the amount I have been lifting for certain exercises, because like, for the last little bit, I've just been kind of going into the gym and just doing whatever. And I've kind of hit this point where it's like I need to be as meticulous as possible if I really want to be, a someone in bodybuilding. If I really want to, get the best physique I can possibly have, I got to be really on top of it. And some people, they have the mentality where it's like, just do what you can, go in every day and just try your hardest. It's like trying your hardest. It's like that works, but it's like you want to make sure your hardest is getting better, or else you're just kind of hitting a plateau. And for me personally, I'd rather not do that. So we're out here doing our best, journaling stuff in the gym. Also, let me tell you, it makes me feel like such a sophisticated lad. I would very much recommend. And here's the second exercise of, upper day 1. It's a lat pull down, because my lower lats are definitely a weak point in the physique. So it's like they're going to be a muscle group I kind of hit with a bit more intensity and frequency than others. So, we're doing that pretty dang hard. And the lats, they're looking pretty nice. Then moving on to another weaker muscle group of mine, we got the biceps. So, because I don't have any really machines around me and I don't feel like making a weird little setup thing, I am a big fan of dumbbell preacher curls. Now, some people will be like, oh, dumbbells, not too optimal. Well, it is optimal if you really get, the stretch right at the bottom of the movement, because I think, as I recall, don't quote me on this one just because I'm not too sure, the bottom portion of the movement is where the most stimulus happens in regards to the bicep. So, we're going to hit that pretty dang hard. And similar to the lower lats, this is another thing that I like. My biceps are going to have a little bit more frequency than the average body part, just because they are a part I do really want to bring out a bit more. And here are some curls while my camera struggles to focus in on anything. I hate this machine so much. It is probably the worst variation of a pec deck out there, but it's what I have, so I will utilize it. Notice how I don't do the whole like putting your arms up kind of a thing that the machine expects you to do, because that is dumb, and then that will just like engage your front delts like crazy. So I just kind of place my arms in a comfortable position and I go ham. Also, not even to mention, like, I look like I'm in sincere pain during these, like, reps, and that's pretty baller, I gotta say. Now here is the like ugliest exercise known to man. And I say that because you cannot really I've never seen anyone do a cable oriented lateral raise and be able to like look majestic while doing so, cuz this exercise is just like it is a fight, at least for me. It's like I am trying to like delve so hard. It's like use the lateral delt, gosh darn it. Because I'm looking for a more boulder shoulder kind of look next time I compete. So it's like, I'm focusing extra hard on the rear delts and the lateral delts. And yeah, whenever I do this exercise and I look in the mirror, I regret it because your boy doesn't look the best while doing it. It looks like I'm about to crap myself or something. It is a brutal time. And then simply enough, we ended off with like one really dang hard set of tricep pushdowns with a bias towards the left arm just because I'm trying to grow, my left tricep a bit more to kind of come up to my right arm where it's at right now. And yeah, with that, that was pretty much the complete day. And I will see y'all at the pose down. All right, I think I could finally do a pose down and not have people, just kind of, people interrupting, like it's a free facility, but just like, I want to get in and kind of get out. I can only like kind of stand and look at myself for so long before the pump wears off and everything. I walk in here and there's a man practicing his golf swing, which exercise, respect where respect is due. And that was entertaining. So I had to like kind of pose off in the corner while his golf club's getting in frame, so that was kind of fun. Then I had one of my old work buds kind of stop in and be like, "Hey there, bucko," and that was always a fun conversation. But anyway, time for the commentary with the pose down kind of deal. So yeah. What is it? New split, day one of this new kind of split thing. I don't have a name for it just yet, but once I get it all made, I'm kind of playing it by ear. I know the body parts I need to prioritize, so those I'll prioritize that as we go. Okay. We're looking. The pumping, it goes pretty nice today. Especially the upper body pump. It was an upper chest day, kind of oriented day, with a little bit of, some lat bicep stuff thrown in there, some extra tricep work where needed, and yeah, it's looking pretty baller, all things considered. Uh-oh. Strip music, strip time. Yeah, I gotta take the headphones and the hat off. Hey, for being like, what, 160 when my leanest was like 140, and still having some okay like definition and stuff. The abs are, they're not really there. But for being kind of like, more body fat, we're not looking terrible, which I'm here for. Okay. Wow. Oh yeah, largest 5'6" redhead right here. Ha ha ha. Yeah, and we're looking pretty peachy, in all honesty. Nothing too crazy. Wish the shoulders were a little broader, but who doesn't wish that, especially in the world of bodybuilding? Yeah, let's see if any of the back poses are looking okay today. Wow. Oh, yikes.
I was just gonna ask you a question.
Oh, what? Whatever. Whoa, the exposure's different and my pants are gone. It's crazy. But yeah, we're just, I guess, more of a full body thing right now. Legs are all looking okay. All right, time for everyone's favorite after chest table things. Honestly, not terrible. The size of the side profile of the leg still is something that I will always very much enjoy having. Oh, dang, abs are still there. Love to see that, love to see that. Let's see if we can hit a side vacuum. All right, there we go. That pose really only shows off the side leg. It's not too muscularly showing, but it's aesthetic, I think. Okay, here we go. I've been doing so many vacuums, man. I'm tired and the pump is wearing off. I can like see that there's less to see, more or less. Here we go. Okay, that was not the greatest. Whew, oh yeah, we're vibing. Oh yeah, that's a straight leg insertion right there. Oh yikes, no bubbly to the thighs, but you know, everybody's okay. A little pudgy, but you know, gotta do what we gotta do. All right, post workout. Wah. Here we go. Coldish start, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, here we are. I'm doing that. But anyway, yeah, post I don't know, post new workout, new upper chest, new workout. I don't really know. But yeah, we had a solid freaking nice starts to the new split, more or less. So that's always fun. That's always a good thing to have happen. Oh, and there's a squirrel. He's doing his squirrel things. Very nice to see. But yeah, it was quite interesting. So I'm changing up. So I tried upper lower for a second, just like very strictly upper lower, and I'm going to change it to more of like the kind of push pull. Push pull legs upper lower thing that I've been seeing, because for my type, the way I train. So I talked about this a little bit on my live the other night. Oh yes, those turns make me want to die. But anyway. Blah. At least everything stayed in one place. So there we go. All right. Yeah, but anyway, I am pretty okay, I got to restart now because that just threw me off a little bit. Upper lower, I tried it. I found out that, you know, the way it's kind of set up is not necessarily for me. I'm going to raise this up just a tad because it's looking a little bit weird. That good? That's better. But anyway, yes. Jesus, how many more times am I going to have to start again? Upper lower. I tried it for a second. It is not for me. And as I described, I was talking about it a lot on a live I did the other night. People were asking me, it's like, hey, what's the thoughts on it? And let's talk about upper body and frick. So my issue, well, at least not my issue, but the issue I think a lot of people have with full body and upper lower is a lot of people don't train as optimally as they think for that kind of split to work as well as it can. Now people hear them and be like, but upper lower, it's optimal. It's like built-in optimability. It's only optimal if your body is able to kind of keep up with it. So the non-inherent issue, but what we see is the problem with these higher frequency splits, is people they train actually a bit too hard for them to work as well as they possibly can. And here's what I mean. So if you're someone like me, you love doing your half reps, your partials, your drop sets and stuff like that, and really toasting your muscles. If you go kind of past failure to that extent, and you're doing those methods to, you know, get past failure to an extent, you are actually training suboptimally, which is it's kind of stupid, but it is just how it works. Because once you get past a point of failure, what ends up happening is like you're just more or less the amount of gains you get for the amount of systemic fatigue you're going to be putting your body through, the ratio is not it. You're going to have more systemic fatigue than gains by doing those kinds of stuff and things. All right, before I continue. Okay, we're good. There's a car that I thought was going to absolutely just like bonk me, so I got a little nervous there. Okay, but anyway, yeah, so the ratio to like, you know, gain systemic fatigue is just not it. It ain't it. It's not what you want. And a lot of people will train that way because the idea in the brain that a lot of people have been kind of conditioned, the more you put in, the more you get out. And that is true to an extent. And that's the stupid part. Like, you hit a ceiling of which, like, you know, the systemic fatigue you're going to be putting your body through versus, you know, the amount of muscle you're going to be gaining, it, you know, diminishing returns, as we say, as we have, you know, been saying and stuff and things. So a lot of people will kind of, you know, still go as hard as that, do these kind of like less optimal little extra things, and kind of ruin the point of, the high frequency methods. Because if you train like stupid hard all the time, your body will just never recover if you're training those body parts like every other day. And that's something I see. I'm a little goofy guy. I didn't realize this until my body went through that same thing. So it's like all of a sudden one day I wake up and I'm like, oh dude, I feel like Garbo, and then like my pump checks and stuff, I just felt like not it, and things are just like a little bit more achy. I was noticing I was becoming a bit more injury prone. Like there was like some more light feelings of tweaks and twinges than there would be normally. And yeah, it's because I just go a little bit too hard apparently. So, because I like going pretty baller and stuff, I'm now switching it up to what I will call people have done before. It's like a push-pull legs, upper-lower kind of situation, in which, we hit mainly like, a chest kind of focus day, then we have, a more back focus day, then a leg focus day, then an overall just upper body kind of day, and then just an overall kind of, leg day, with rest days thrown in between like the two kind of separate sets. And that will help, get the frequency that I'm looking for, more or less, that can help with gains, but also give me a bit more rest time so my body doesn't want to die after every time I work out and stuff. So we're trying that out. And the thing is, I still have very much an upper-lower methodology with my push-pull legs kind of stuff. Because, I thought upper-lower was stupid, but then it's like, I check the studies and I'm like, dang it makes sense. And, yes, I'm going to take advantage of the science, even though I kind of, dissed it. Hey, people are allowed to change their minds, are they not? So, yeah, it's like today, my big muscle groups that I'm looking to more or less improve this off-season is like my lower lats, just overall the lateral and the rear delts, and then the arms. Those are like the big things for me, because it's like my chest is like, it can hold its own and other stuff like that. So to bring out those other parts, what I'm doing is like keeping the frequency of those muscle groups relatively high and kind of mixing them with stuff throughout, the time and stuff. So the way it's going to work is like today I had some lat pull downs with, my chest day, because, it's like, might as well hit that. Tomorrow then is going to actually probably be, I know I said push pull legs, it's probably going to be more of just a leg day kind of deal. And I had to give my legs a little bit of a longer break because, like I said, I twinged a thing and stuff, so my hammy felt like, ugh, so I had to give that sucker a rest. So we're probably going to hit a leg day tomorrow, and then, we'll do more of a back-centric, day after that. Then we'll take a rest, and then we will do an upper day, which will more or less still focus more on that kind of chest, but, with back and some other things as well, but it's going to be more of that kind of like lower lat, arm, shoulder focus kind of upper day. And then the lower day will probably, the two lower days I'm going to have are probably going to be very just like a mix of everything kind of deal. I might have like one that's a bit more glutes, hammy based, just for the sake of it, and sake of balance and everything. But we'll see though, because it's like my hamstrings are actually pretty baller. I want larger quads, because for what it's worth, my hamstrings are like, they are what they're going to be. Obviously they can be denser, everything can be larger. I've only been training for 2 years, so it's like everything has a lot of room to grow. But for me right now, because just the way I look once I get stupid lean, until I put on like a lot more size, I'm probably going to be a classic girly as far as competing goes, just because like, my shoulder to hip ratio is like not it, but if I can get some thicker lats, it can, the illusion could be a bit better. Because like my vacuum's pretty solid, my proportions are pretty nice as well, and all that good stuff. We just got to work on the other stuff, And yeah, other than that, also, if you guys noticed watching the video, we'll see. So I'm going to probably do a voiceover if I hadn't already. Plan is to do a voiceover for the little kind of workout and stuff like that. So we'll see, but I want to talk about the journaling stuff a bit more, because, you saw me writing stuff down in between sets and stuff, because I forgot to, pause the camera. And also it works, because it gives me a talking point. So I'm doing this thing now where it's like, you ever hear of manifesting? You ever hear of, stuff and things? And the thing is, I don't believe in the act of, believing and make something happen. The thing is, it's simple as this. You tell yourself something enough, it kind of becomes reality in a sense. For example, like, if you tell yourself, oh, life sucks and it's terrible, you'll find that it gets progressively a little bit more terrible, which that's not too good. However, if you tell yourself you're going to be a successful this, if you tell yourself you're going to, go and be a great this or that, you'll find yourself more or less getting closer to those goals. And that's just because, like, we create our own reality. Like, that's how we have people out in this world with such vastly different opinions and vastly different outlooks on life. It's because, like, the world is literally what we make it. Obviously, there are certain things about the world we can't change just from our perception, but in general, it's like, our reality is from our brain up there and all that good stuff. So that was something interesting. And yeah, and we just gotta have a good outlook. And a good example of this for me, actually. So I mean, I was writing down my 2025 goals. I was writing down different weights and stuff. Because I'm actually gonna start tracking my workouts, because if I want to see gains, I need to make sure that I'm progressing in the gym and all that stuff. But another thing about making our reality, I actually recorded with a fair bit of people in the gym. Usually when I do my workout recordings, there's only 2 or 3 people, because I give off the big bubbly hubba. I'm a very reserved kind of guy. I don't like doing the kind of tripod in public kind of stuff, just because it's the thing is, it's not because I know people don't like it. It's because I assume that they think I'm maybe weird, snobby, a bro meathead dude who has no consideration for others. But the thing is, I'm not that. And I kind of woke up this morning and I'm like, why am I caring so much about what other people think, when I know doing this thing will help me, do better with what I want to do as far as a content creator kind of deal. And yeah, I said, screw it, we go ball. And we went ball, and it was nice, because opposed to being on my phone and stuff, scrolling between sets, having my phone on a tripod away from me on an angle, a camera angle, I turn it on, record my set, turn it off, wait my 3 to 4 minutes, and turn it back on, record maybe from a different angle, and then boom. I wasn't on my phone. I was just kind of more or less, I was left to myself to think about stuff, and it was nice. Having the only kind of stimulation come from just the workout itself, opposed to all the electrons and light from my phone, it just made it a thoroughly more enjoyable experience for me, because it's I wasn't focusing on oh, is the TikTok I posted this morning, does it have as many likes as it should? Is the ratio good? Is the engagement? Blah, 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 blah. That's dumb. If something is going to be good, it's going to be good. You just gotta go. You just gotta do it, and not worry about the outcome. Because it depends on the situation, of course. But for the little things like that, it's you posted a video. That's all you have to do. The reaction from it, it can be whatever. Just do the thing. Do the freaking thing. But yeah. Also, fun fact, I think I might try to do a powerlifting meet maybe in June. Just because, I've been looking at some different things, and there are some raw statewide records from a certain organization that, not to be that guy, I'm assuming it's a smaller organization, because I looked at it and I'm just there's no way that's as high as it goes, because your boy, obviously I'm not going to be breaking those records right now, but give it some time. With this upper lower split, I plan on incorporating some workouts that can maybe help drive strength up a little bit, and we're going to see if that can happen, because if I can maybe hold even just a singular state powerlifting record just for a second in an organization, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna make it my entire career or something, or jump ship because of one kind of high dopamine thing that might happen to me. But it would be nice. It would be kind of a little bit gratifying, and a little bit, I don't know. It's because my beginnings of lifting started, of course, when I was a high school athlete, as for many people. And in the weight room, I was never the strongest guy, not even by a long shot. But if I can maybe hold a powerlifting record and all that stuff, have maybe a couple people scroll by and be oh, that's kind of cool that he holds a state record. I remember when he was the skinny, scrawny, runner kid. And it would just be kind of nice to be a nice big change. Because it's weird. I get a lot of pride in myself from taking steps farther away from who I used to be, more or less. Because internally, personality wise, I'm the same dude as I was in high school, just fun loving, just out here having a good time and all that good stuff. But I'm doing it in a very different kind of persona than I am, compared to being the music runner kid and all that fun stuff. I'm now the I don't know, go-getter, freaking bodybuilder, scientifically meat-headed dude, which it is a bit of a change. It is a bit of a change. So that would be pretty fun. I think that'd be nifty. What also is fun, these transitions, dude, I'm on it today. I got a meeting with my business partner. We're going to be talking about more gym things, so it'll be nice. I get to bring up the data that I've kind of found on certain things and stuff. We're going to talk about possible plans, and I'm looking forward to it. It'll be nice. And then I got work at the bowling alley tonight as the Mr. Chef man, and it's not the most, I guess, what's the term, profound little career choice. To be throwing stuff in fryers and, grilling burgers on a flat top kind of deal. But it pays, so we'll do it. And it's honestly kind of fun. I don't mind it because it keeps, my, I guess, cooking expertise in check. Like, I mean, mind you, I don't have a deep fryer at home. I don't have a flat top at home. But, the general act of, food service is something I've been doing for a while. So, keeping that fresh is always kind of fun and entertaining, especially in a very much lower stress environment. And gosh darn, I'm good at this. Stay. But yeah, I look forward to all of that jazz tonight. And what's also pretty fun is like, I don't know if this is true yet. I had some on a live also the other night, the same one where the upper lower stuff kind of ended up happening. Holding that to do. What ended up going down is like someone's like, hey, you trained enhanced athletes? So I might have another enhanced athlete that I will be working with. Because, I mean, I say another, like, just another person to work with. Because I've worked with one in the past, but he ended up, going his own kind of way and all that fun stuff. It was very much it was mainly because he couldn't afford it, which I feel bad about. But it's like, when it comes to coaching, I can only, like, make my prices so low without it being, like, an overall loss, per se. So we got to, find the balancing act there. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to it because, I read his his coaching application thing. And the measurements I'm reading, like, this guy is going to be pretty nifty. So I'm excited for that. It's always fun when also you get just a new, like, kind of coaching application as well. Because it just means, there's someone out there that wants to work with you. And, it's always a really good feeling to have that happen. But yeah, a lot of stuff still to go down today. And I'm pulling up home and stuff. So I'm probably going to head inside, whip up a sandwich of sorts, of a kind of a breakfast-esque sandwich, and things. So that will be nice, and yeah, it will be an overall pretty gnarly day. Other than that, I mean, not much else has really happened. I got some substitute teaching tomorrow, and yeah, I mean, by the time this comes out, though, this will probably be coming out when? Maybe on Tuesday, which would be technically today, if I'm able to get it done and stuff. But, we will get there when we get there. But yeah, it was a good day. It was a good first part of the day. We still got plenty more to go. But, good things happen with good things. So here we go.